And we are live. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We are day 43. Actually, it's kind of like part 2 of 365 days of guitar practice. If you are brand new, this is your first video, welcome. I'm Jay Wills, a midlife dude getting back into music and learning how to play guitar after 22 years. For all of you returning subscribers and all of you wonderful guitar-loving souls who are banging on that keyboard and throwing comments and subscribing, I appreciate you greatly. This is awesome. It's been so motivating and so inspiring. For those of you, and how this rolls, if you're brand new, basically we go through a little intro of my own creation and then we hit comment. So if you're kind enough to leave a comment, I will acknowledge it on the next day's video because we're doing this for 365 days in a row. I may have took a little peek at the comments for our intro this evening. So with that, let's take the telly because, you know, we can. Oh, and it's Sunday and this wonderful, beautiful California evening here in Northern California. I think yesterday was going to be soulful and silky Saturdays. Sundays, I have, this has been a struggle bus. We'll get to this in just a bit. 8 hours straight of fiddling with new setups, which went epically nowhere. But it's all right, we're going to figure it out. Today's going to be shredding Sundays. Now, I can't shred yet. However, there is a song called 5 Minutes Alone, which I happen to love. I don't know how to play it. However, I happen to throw someone in a different style of tuning for this evening. So one of you out there, we're going to have some fun tonight. But before all of that, let's grab a little intro. And spoiler, the intro is not gone. My old intro has just been in the mix of doing some different things. So, let's see if we got enough volume here. Need more volume. Alrighty. Some of you will recognize this. Away. It's just been, I've been fiddling with some of these runs up here, which are rough, clearly, but they're going to smooth out because the intro, when I first hit the intro weeks ago, rough, stumbly, start smoothing out a bit. So this little area up here, playing around with the little runs, was all inspired by, of course, a little bit of Pantera this afternoon, so that's always good to have in the background. So welcome back to the channel, everyone, and all of you wonderful souls. Let's hit some comments real quick. And then we will continue with our little shredding Sundays. All right. What I think we're going to do is grab a scale. And it's going to be rough tonight, so have that mute button handy. I'm going to be bleeding some ears tonight. This Predator's coming back out. Oh, I got everything pinned. Strap situation on done. Everything's pinned. I got a bunch of pins from Schaller. I pinned every fucking guitar and everything. I got 3 straps. They all work. No issues. However, the old Art Star Ibanez might be making a trip to the workshop because switch is bad. Kind of a bummer. All right, comments real quick, and then we will get back to jamming. Roger Tinker 1813, welcome back, brother. Great episode. I know you're evolving, but I kind of missed the first theme song. Have a great day, and I'm going to go play my telly now. I happened to saw that earlier, and I was like, no. The intro hasn't gone away. It's just been evolving into something a little bit different. I've really been wanting to add a bunch of runs in there in addition to the strumming, so that was for you, brother. It's rough, I know, but it's going to come along, I promise. Hey, Jay, only thing, at Nicky Rodney D16, welcome back, brother. Hey, Jay, only thing I can think of to separate the guitar chains with 2 different guitars at the front of that, and then, yeah, basically, I've kind of given up on trying to do this myself. I mean, I got thousands and thousands of dollars worth of gear here that I want to morph into this singular type of entity, which I know it can be done. It just, I need to have a sound engineer or someone that actually knows how to connect all this stuff, because I've put probably about 20 hours total in this, 8 hours a day, and then a bunch of just messing around, and I've been unsuccessful. So sometimes you got to call a phone, you have to phone a friend. So I reached out to my sales engineer at Sweetwater, Joshua, and I'm waiting to hear back from him. So I sent that out this afternoon, and we'll see what happens. So at Punker Paul, forgot to mention the strap issue with the Ibanez. Body side hooks up normally, neck side flip the end 180 degrees. Had a few guitars like it. Yeah, the old Ibanez has a weird thing on the back. I actually pulled the pins off that to put them on the telly for this evening. That's got to go in the shop because that doesn't have an access panel, I realized. And I'm like, well, how do you replace all the fucking pots and all that stuff? Because I'm just going to overhaul it. However, access is through 2 little itty bitty holes. That's clown shoes. Anyway, at Roger Tinker 1813, awesome, an unexpected coffee jam. Yeah, this morning was an interesting little, I was like, day 43. I felt like some coffee and a smooth, just kind of that mood hit me this morning, Stuff bubbles out of your soul, it just happens to happen. At Eli, welcome back, brother. Heck yeah, one of my OG subs. You rage your war of nerves, but you can't crush the kingdom. Next video, could we see an attempt at 5 minutes long? So we're going to be playing around with a drop D tuned Pantera guitar tonight. I do not know how to play that song. I did a quick lookup of the Ultimate Guitar, and so I have a general idea, but I haven't fiddled with it, so it's going to be pretty raw, pretty noisy. However, though, I'm sure most of you know this, dropping it down an entire step across the whole guitar, different sounds, it's amazing. So, all right, with that, this morning, so we're going to evolve off the coffee jam. I think I got all the comments, and for some reason I forgot someone. I don't think I did. It's not intentional, I promise. You can roast me if I did. So, all right, so I don't need to have this plugged in, so when I go check the camera, I don't trip. Oh, okay. We're going to keep sitting for a night. We might stand up. I don't know. We'll see. But this morning, if you were here with my coffee jam, I was like, don't worry. We're going to distort this later on because I wanted to hear what this sounded with distortion. So that's what you're going to get to have the pleasure of, or ears bleed, of that happening. So check this out. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool, although I think anything that's guitar related and sounds kind of cool is cool. So there's that. All right. And it's the Terminator. The Terminator always sounds good, Just drop D. But remember this morning, probably could not talk over the guitar. So this morning, 43 coffee session was really mellow. We're just going to add some gain. Those of you who know, you know. this morning, I'll admit. I did throw another riff in after that, but I forgot what it was. So, a fun little rendition or addition or change from this morning. That was kind of cool. We're just going to keep that going because I want to figure out this little other part. So it's Shredding Sundays. Again, not a shredder yet, but that's why we're here, folks. And also messing around with down here. Got to be able to repeat that. It's a bit of hand gymnastics for sure. That run is just so cool if I could lock that down. Hard to hit that right without hitting anything else. working up a sweat. You know what's good? Shredder Sundays. There's just something about it. It's awesome. If you are not having as much fun with your guitars as this, you should be. It's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna play around, get a little shot of water. It's also getting warmer here in California, so gone are the cool evenings. Make sure the damn camera's still working. Awesome. Got this ancient iPhone. All right, so for Eli, you are still watching, wonderful soul, you. All right. Not that the strap does anything. Whoop. My ammo can, trusty ammo can, put my foot on. All right. So, we need some juice. Come on. There we go. Give me a pick. All right. So, I know how 5 minutes alone goes with regards to how it's in my head. Making it come out in my fingers, that's a different situation. However, we're just gonna have some fun, and you know what, we're gonna stand up because we just can, and we'll stand back. Ugh, hold on. Everyone, gonna have to adjust this up just a little bit. There we go. All right, so drop. I don't even say called drop D. Basically, it's just everything's tuned down to snap. But from what I remember, it's those three chords. It's gonna take a little bit to learn this. That's not it. But there's some chords in there that are the same. Oh, need more sound. It's too awesome. It's not the song, but we're gonna have fun with it. I've never played a fully dropped down guitar before. This is just a new experience. So I'm probably gonna get a little giddy and be like, ooh, what's that? It's gonna melt some eardrums tonight, folks. But that's why we're here. Day 43 of 365 Days of Guitar. This thing sounds so much different. Drop it down. Now I'm going to try that. That's kind of cool. Everything sounds so much different. Shredding Sundays level kindergarten. It's so much fun, guys. Oh, it's so much fun. Can you believe all that comes out of a $150 25-year-old Predator guitar? Peavey Predator. Unbelievable. I think it's cool. All right. I think we are closing in on our 30-minute goal. Oh, look at that. 28 minutes. We're solid. All right. So much fun. You know what I'm going to be doing right after this, because I've only had like 2 hot minutes right before I hopped on and drop D. Not drop D. Drop whatever tuning this is. Yeah. And I do believe day 43 in the bag. And yeah, peace. See you tomorrow.